Hey guys, it's Gideon. Today we're going to talk about how to customize our UI. If you've played other games that have add-ons and things like that, you might be used to having to go download a bunch of stuff and learn how to use those add-ons to tweak your UI in the game. Some games have that built in. Lucky for us, Ashes of Creation has this built into the game and it's already working really, really well. So I want to walk you through just some of the basics so you can go and explore, and I'll show you what my setup looks like and how you can easily save the defaults or get back to the defaults or switch between a couple different sets of UI setups if you want to do that. First, we need to open the main menu and click HUD Editor. Go ahead and create a new profile. That way you can always go back to the default profile, and any profile that you create, you have the option to click Reset HUD to Default if you want to start from scratch from that profile. You'll also see some placement options related to the grid configuration. You can hide the grid, you can turn off snap to grid, you can even change the size of the grid, like how many squares there are. I like leaving this all default. I like having the comfort of letting things just snap into place. But if you want to turn that off, you get a little bit more freedom from where you can actually place items. So now that you have your new profile created, you can go ahead and move any element you want in the UI by clicking and dragging. They also have the ability to click an edit button for more granular control via little sliders or even typing in the number values to place any of those elements. You'll also see options specific to that UI element, such as the number of rows for an action bar. One limitation right now is you will only see the UI elements in the editor if they're currently in use. For example, you won't see a target frame unless you have something targeted. You won't see party frames or raid frames if you're not in a group or a raid. And this is feedback that I'll be sharing with Intrepid because it would be nice to turn on and see all of the elements even if they're not active in the game when you're editing your UI. Okay, so let's take a look at a couple examples of actually configuring these UI elements. So one thing that I commonly recommend is to move those party or raid frames. Once again, you're going to have to be in a group, so get a guildie or someone random to invite you so that pops up. But I recommend sliding it closer to your action bar so it's less of a reach if you need to go ahead and manually select or hover over and cast heals and support abilities on your party members. Another common tweak is to move your player frame down closer to your action bars as well. And pairing with that, also targeting something in the world so that target frame shows up, and move that offensive target frame down kind of in the same area, maybe one to the left and one to the right. That way, when you're looking at your action bars, you can easily see your health, your resources, and where your target's health is at too. Remember, when you're doing this at any time, you can go ahead and click save to save your progress and confirm and save that to that profile. The last specific example that I want to take a look at with you guys is configuring action bars. I like the current default setup, having 3 action bars stacked on top of each other, but let's look at how we can tweak action bars by moving and changing the settings of the vehicle and mount action bar. As you can see, if I click that little edit button, I can go in and I can change the number of rows to make it a 3x4 grid rather than just a single long row of 12. And then I can take that and place it wherever I want. And in my case, I like having it kind of off to the right just a little bit from the main 3 action bars. So once again, you can change and tweak any of these UI elements. You can drag them around. You can click edit on all of them and see what all the different options are. You can move your chat window, your map, anything you want, anywhere you want, and you have the freedom to have multiple profiles and to always click reset to default if you feel like you totally screwed up your profile and you just want to start over. So I hope that was helpful. I'd love to hear about your setup in the comments below. And until the next one, peace.